And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And do we have a treat today? The Barnes and Michael Show. It's been quite some time. How are you doing, sir?
What's going on, dude? It's been a while since I've been back here. Usually I just produce at the good old Horseshoe. But Tony is on assignment, and your boy is here.
Yeah. Well, I think, Tony, there's some negative Mets news, which we'll get to.
Oh,
I think he is, and we'll get to this as well, but I think he is kind of running a little bit, a run and hide, because I think he knows his number one target in free agency right now is going to end up in New York, but not with the team of his liking, Michael. But
I think I know who you're talking about.
Like I said, we'll get there. I also have to share a basketball story of my own.
Please do.
But or I guess we'll start with that. So, I think we've been talking about for a while, we all want to play basketball. We want to do, the one-on-one game with me and Tony. But really, I mean, you look at it, and a year goes by, and you're barely out in the court. You barely get to play. So I was finally 2 days ago, just shot around at the LA and Stanford before I did the elliptical. And it was kind of beat because I have a ball, but I didn't bring it. And you know how a lot of times you go use a random ball that they have there. It's absolutely atrocious. So that was the situation. So hard to grip that, but it's still just good to be out there. But yesterday, Ellie Norwalk, I'm like, you know what? I'll do the same thing. Then I'll do the elliptical. But it ends up filling out. And I ended up getting 6 games of 3-on-3 in. Mm-hmm. So it was just awesome to get out there, but just talk about just being a while, being rusty. It was definitely tough. Couldn't get any threes to fall in the actual game, side shooting. I did. But just a bit defense, lateral movement, Michael.
Struggling?
Yeah, struggling, honestly. It just one of those things, nobody says anything to me, but I just know the people on my team are definitely getting a little what are you doing? But it's I wanted to just be listen, I mean, it's been forever since I've been out here. Give me a break. But the best thing I did definitely was the rebounds down low, the post up, but then again, struggle with that a little bit. And then here we are today.
Yeah.
And it was my fault for doing this too. I know, the number one rule with basketball shoes is, you got to just walk around with them. Don't have the first time you wear them be while you're playing. And I had gotten shoes 6-8 months ago, never wore them once. So I was all right, I'll just break them in now. And my left foot, all my toes are killing me. And I was mentioning to you, I got the inside shooter's elbow going on right now. Hurts to just lift anything, just a burning sensation. I can't believe all your years of basketball, Michael, not one time you had this.
No, I really haven't. Shoulder, I feel is the common thing, or elbow, I feel right?
Yeah.
Elbow is a thing that but that's a hilarious story. It's tough getting back there, especially when you haven't and you want to do stuff you used to do.
Yeah, and I could tell I am going to be back there.
Yes.
And for now, I'll kind of chill on the 3-point shots and just kind of worry about the rebound. But just for some reason, I don't know, what is I don't know if it's just that simple or not. But I've always had this problem. Sometimes I'm just so inconsistent with layups. Is that just mental?
Yes.
But and just aggressive,
no, it's all mental.
Yeah.
And you're just you're thinking too much or whatever the case may be, but then it's like your touch it gets affected with it. Like you can make a layup.
But when you're down low, are you more of like just off the backboard or just dropping it in all over the top?
It depends, but usually you want to use the backboard as much as you can.
Yeah. But like again, like I was getting a little rough with that. So yeah, work in progress, but I'm definitely gonna make it an emphasis to get out there. And it's good too, because I feel like, when I would go to the gym, I'd be like, besides like the time aspect of it, I wanted to, get the best workout possible. But I've been doing the elliptical so long where it actually, I feel like, is a good workout because it's different movements, a different workout. I was talking about this with John yesterday. Like and I'm sure you're all over this, but it's just like your body gets used to the same exercise. So it cuts down the effectiveness of it. And besides the fact that it's just so much more fun.
100%.
So yeah, I was actually just texting with Mark this morning. Me and him used to play a couple times a week at LA, and he said after the holiday, he's down to go like 2 times a week. So I think I'm really gonna try to make that happen.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's just because that was always me, and I know you were the same way. But you just think back to the days you're shoveling snow off the driveway, you're playing in a winter coat when it's 20 degrees, but then you're so hot from playing, you end up just playing in a t-shirt, and it's like it's so bad for you, but you just do it anyway.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's just one of those things. Just ball is life type of deal.
Yes.
So yeah, pumped up for that. And I forgot, we haven't talked about this together in a while. But what's the deal with you, like return to the court? Because I know the shoulder was a problem.
No, it's the lower back for me.
Lower back. Okay. What's
it's just a thing for me where it's like I don't want to get hurt, and I'll play with people I know and stuff, but when can we get that court? When can we do that?
I thought what's his name?
Jeff. We haven't asked him. We should next time.
But every time like you've mentioned it, he's like, oh yeah, anytime, let me know type of deal.
Yeah. So
okay.
I think we should mention it and let's set that up. I don't understand why we wouldn't be able to go and do a morning run before this show, for example.
Yeah.
Like a twos. There's no kids there.
Right.
It's just the adults working.
Wait, and what's his role there again?
I don't know, but he's big time there.
Okay. And does he still play?
No.
But he used to play a lot.
He played at Roger Williams.
Played at Roger Williams.
Jeff Behringer, the big boy.
And because I'm trying to think.
I love that he would love that you don't assume. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody freaking assumes.
But you're saying also because of how tall he is, you're saying? Yeah.
Look, everybody. And I'm sure his whole life, and he's probably just like one of those dudes that's like, it's not my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
should we go to the comments?
Yeah, go to the comments.
So Kev Do in the building early, as Tony says, and often. But he says, let's go. We want the smoke. Take a step back and reflect. It could answer all questions. Is that cryptic towards you or something?
Yeah, Kev hates me.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding. Kev's the man.
Hashtag rep TCA, hashtag rep DTV, hashtag rep Sportsport. Still giving NFL pick advice. I love that comment right
but
there.
It's crazy. I don't understand. I don't get, like, is he like doing algorithms that we don't know about?
I mean, maybe he's just, I hope he's betting like in real life.
I guess he's not, because that's what Josh was telling me. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's missing opportunities. Matthew Ryan says Jets need to see what moves they can do for next year to be better. One move. This act is getting so old. Anyway, Kev Do, Matty Ice, Mike, what's up? What's up, Kev Do? Grand Rising people, let's have a day. TCA, hashtag rep the Sportsport, hashtag rep DTV. Josh in the building. And then Matthew Ryan, I read these comments earlier. At Michael, Zach quack. Nope, not anymore. Zach will be gone. LOL, yes. Michael is a Zach Wilson lover. He will be gone. 1 300-yard game means nothing. How does it mean nothing? It means something because everybody's talking about it. And you got to get a new act, Matthew Ryan. It's time to find something new. You're getting old. It's like Dane Cook. It's just played out. The same shtick, right, Barnes?
Yeah.
The stick is old. It's old.
You can't tell the same joke every day.
If Zach didn't have a 300-yard game, you would be able to say something.
And you think Kev saying not gut feeling on the morning, he means like the picks?
Yes.
But how is I just don't get like why does that never happen to me? Why can't that happen to me?
Why don't you just go with his picks for your betting?
Yeah, but you know what it is? He's on such a run now where it seems like, I mean, they're due for an 0-3. They are.
You say that
happen, but you know what I mean. You know what? But you know what it's like. It's like you see somebody at the casino, blackjack. They go 3 times in a row, win $5,000 each time, and then you say, you know what? I'm staking you $100,000 next time. You're gonna double my money. Oh, but you just
it's gone.
There's just no way to have that type of consistency.
And then chairman of the company, let's go. Good morning, gentlemen. Tony, where was the defense last night for the New York Rangers? Knicks start their road trip tonight. Ducks are in town to get hunted by the Islanders. Still waiting for Moto news.
Yes.
Hashtag
Tony.
rep the company. Hashtag rep DTV. And then Matthew says, at chairman of the company, this is the New Jersey Devils show now.
Oh, stop.
Matthew Ryan, I won't even agree with that.
Yeah, he already put in his letter of resignation.
I've got lung quiz behind me. How can I say that?
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta know your boundaries at the end of the day.
Anything else to start this morning or go into something?
Geez, no, but I was just thinking, what the hell? It was just something with, I feel like it was something with basketball. I think I was just more so just asking you. So you were saying like with people you know and stuff, but like let's just say hypothetically, you know, just I
could get out there right now if I wanted to.
But a downtime 3-on-3, like you're not going to be concerned.
No. There's no. I'm not going to risk anything like that. It's just going 100% with random people up and down fast and jumping and
so half court is good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But also what is like
full court's good too. It's just, dude, like for example, there's runs with these old dudes and Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. These old dudes play an old man game though, you know, Spurs basketball.
Yeah.
Pass, screen away, slip the screen.
Yeah.
Fun, you're about to get a layup. No, whoop to the corner for 3. I like love that. And it's both teams too. Right. So everybody plays like that.
Mm-hmm.
How fun does that sound?
Yeah.
And you know you're not getting whacked when you're going to the hole by some rando, and then people are getting tight. And when you're winning, like these people don't get tight. It's just like everybody's exercising,
right,
and having fun,
and
it's okay. We're not going to the NBA.
You miss a shot. That's it. No, literally all the time. That's it. Nope.
You're gone.
We can't pass it.
It's so stupid. I've never been that type of player. That's why I love that's why I love being point guard, because it's like you set the tone for the game, for your team.
Right.
Like if you're a selfish point guard, and you're passing to one dude.
Yeah.
And it's like so lame. There's nothing better when you work it around. Everybody gets touches because the scorers still are going to get their more points because there's crunch time. There's we need a bucket. You know what I mean? There's different things like that play into that, and those idiots don't get it.
It's funny. It's been a couple of years, and I don't know if I told you this originally when we started the show, but I was thinking about it because I was at LA Fitness Norwalk yesterday. Mm-hmm. I've had, I would say, at least like 3 separate people, like big like run-ins before. And like the biggest thing.
What do you mean run-ins? Like about to fight you?
Like a confrontation, not like swinging, but like yelling.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is, I know you've seen this a million times too, but they're okay the whole game, elbow into my chest, being super aggressive. So then just, you get to a point, and I'm sure you've done this before, where you just go all out, like just hack them in the lane. And then it's flipped around. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Like this and that. So yeah, that's happened a few times. I don't know if it would happen again. But it's always bothered me, the people that think like at LA Fitness that they're all that.
I know.
You can't talk to them.
I know.
You can't be on their team. You're not good enough. And then it's like, well, we talked to them a million times. If you were that good,
you wouldn't be here. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's what do you think it is? It's just they had their moments when they were younger and they just can't let it go. And they think,
100%. 100%, dude. I don't know how many dudes. And then you get the dudes that are dope hoopers. I will never forget this one dude. I was in like 8th grade playing behind a church across from Town Hall in downtown Fairfield. There's a full court there. This dude was like 40. Okay. And it was like, dude, the courts back then would get slammed. There'd be teams waiting on the side. And I'm not going to lie. It was even like, it was just so many different people there. It was insane. Like all types of people. And, but this one dude, he was just so good, but he wasn't arrogant. He wasn't trying to make, like, he just was playing basketball and he was good at basketball. And I was like, you know, one day when I'm old, that's how I want to be. Like, I want to be hooping and just be good, chilling, and not like, you know, be acting crazy. Like, I can't understand the people that get mad at people for missing shots and stuff. It's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's just tough. It's definitely tough. What else we got here?
Let's just catch up here at Chairman. Rangers suck. Matthew Ryan says Jay Bird coming in here. This is hilarious. I love this comment. I'm fading all of Tony's Rangers picks. 7-3 is embarrassing. 7-3 is embarrassing. Stop it, Matt. For you, this is just bash Zach Wilson show. Yeah, I know. Literally at Chairman, Devils will win the Stanley Cup. Oh, here we go, the chairman says. And then Jay Bird goes, people living in the past, ... Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like from what Tony says, I think he played with us that one time we played in Norwalk, but Jay was quite the hooper back in the day.
That's what Tony says.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see Jay being a good, like, power forward type of player, you know?
Yeah.
3-and-D and physical. Maybe not the 3, actually. I'll take that out. I don't think
and you know what's crazy for me? I don't know if like you've ever been like this, but I feel like my best shot for 3 was always not jumping.
I know, it's crazy.
But you I think your height, right? You're getting off
I get off the ground, but not like I've had teammates that get off the ground for like, it's like ridiculous.
But did you ever prefer like a low base on a 3 or not really?
Yeah, I don't mind. Sometimes the spot up shot doesn't need a crazy elevation, dude. You know, spot up 3 is sometimes just a little hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just obviously it's just whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that's cool about basketball is like so many different styles of shooting, and there's so many ways you could do stuff to get the same result.
And the problem for me is that I feel like I've had so many different forms over the years, you know, because and then if you're missing shots, then you kind of try something else. And most of the time it's been a high shot, and I think that's what you saw when I've played. But sometimes I do kind of like doing the Ray Allen line drive. Did you ever like that, or is it just too sharp, rims out?
AJ was a huge shooter. Like AJ was a great shooter. Yeah, but he had that kind of Ray Allen, Jason Capono, right? That was his name. Jason, right?
I think he won the 3-point contest 3 times.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So like that kind of laser beam, like directly in. So yeah, AJ did that, not me.
Yeah. Did he play high school or no?
Yeah, he played at every school he went to except prep. Okay. And Ludlow. He ended at Ludlow.
Does he still get out there now or no?
I think he might, but he doesn't look like he's been hooping often. I think he's just hunting and stuff and doing that stuff.
Punting?
Hunting.
Oh, I thought like he was trying to like, you know, late career move, like try to be a punter, maybe the XFL or something.
That'd be cool.
But it is interesting though, because I feel like a lot of people though, and I guess I'm guilty of it myself, but overall, I think, you know, since, you know, I guess college, high school, I've still played a lot. Like a lot of people just like, it just goes by the wayside. I mean, is it just, what do you think it is? They just not having like a source like us, like trying to get out there? Or do you think it's like just because it's not organized like a league, like they'd rather just gym it, like lifting and stuff?
Yeah, no, I think that the gymming it is easier to access.
Yeah, time obviously as well.
Just like how many gyms are there with basketball courts to go play?
Yeah, that's true. But for me, I think it'll always be the best form of exercise. And obviously, you know, you get tight when you don't have good days, like me yesterday. I mean,
but you got a good workout in.
Yeah, exactly. Got a good workout in. And you know what else is BS too? And I think I've told you about this. So you know how like the Stanford LA is like right across the street from my place, pretty much. So I can't even basically go there because I would say over 50% of the time the sauna is broken. And it's just like I can't. It's too tight to go there. Excited to go in the sauna after the workout, and then so I just always go to the one in Norwalk. But it's on the way home, so I guess it could be worse. Better gym, but it's like taking advantage. It's a downtown location. You know, they think that because everyone's gonna go, they don't have to keep up with everything.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. How's the Fairfield Edge been?
Amazing.
Yeah.
There's a new girl that works the front desk, and she's a hustler. She like doesn't complain. She like you know what I mean? You know, people who work that morning shift. I mean, everyone ever since I started going to the gym, there's been like 4 fires for the morning shift. Like 4 fires, dude.
Wow.
And it's like every couple months someone else gets fired because they don't show up.
Yeah.
And this girl has not done that, but the sauna had, first of all, no one's there at that time. And if there is, there's one guy who goes in, and he's actually annoying because he chomps a lot. So if you're not like patient or whatever, but he's in there a minute.
What do you mean chomps? But
chewing his gum.
Chewing gum.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so silent in there. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like you really have to ignore it. But he goes, he's one of those dudes that gets warm before working out. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you saw that photo I posted of the sauna being broken, but they fixed it literally that day.
Oh, yeah. See, it's weeks
went in there. The manager, that girl called her manager. Yep. He called the person. The person came 2 hours later, done.
What was the problem? You think people dumping water or no?
No, that bench was there forever. The bench, you saw the bench was like collapsed.
Oh, okay.
It was like literally like.
Oh, yes. Oh, so it wasn't a problem with the unit. You're saying it was just the bench.
The unit goes out. So that's the thing too. This is also a thing. The unit goes out sometimes. Like I'll go check as soon as I get to the gym. I go straight to the sauna and just double check. And if it's off, it's not broken. It just overheated overnight.
Well, that's yep.
And the girl they have like a checklist of things to do, how to restart it basically, and they do it. And by the time I'm done with my workout,
so they have to do it.
Yeah. By the time I'm done with my workout, it's hot again and ready to go.
Well, because they used to have a reset button on the one in Stanford, but then it broke, get the new one in there. And now to do it, you need like a sharp, pointy, like you can't just press it. Like it's just like, and of course it's underneath the thing, but then you have the bars on the side. So it's like, you got to like get your arm cut off getting in there. It's like, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And what's the temperature at the one in Fairfield?
I don't know, but like I'll check next time. I'll take a photo. Tomorrow I'll take a photo for you, but it's hot.
Okay.
It's hot. There's no like questioning if it's hot. Like it's hot. You're going to get uncomfortable and eventually you're going to want to get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause the one in Norwalk used to literally get to 220 and now I feel like it's 180, which still seems pretty hot. But Stanford sometimes going there. 120. Just insane.
Stanford.
One thing I want to mention too before we move on here. Shout out. My parents are visiting my sister and my newborn niece in North Carolina. They sent me a screenshot of the sports report on the big screen last night. Said they enjoyed it. They were getting a good chuckle about the tax debate and just said it's all BS. So they did enjoy that segment. So shout out to them. I'm sure later on in the day they'll probably be watching this. So I know they'll appreciate that shout out. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game! Out of sight!
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeouts.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes! See ya!
All right. So, a lot to talk about in the world of Major League Baseball. The biggest thing coming down yesterday in terms of a signing, the San Francisco Giants, last couple of years, been trying to break into the free agent market. Had a deal in place with Correa, thought they had traction with Judge. Obviously, of course, both fell through. But they sign center fielder Hung-Hoo Lee on a 6-year, $113 million contract, the biggest outlay for an Asian-born hitter coming to the major leagues. We'll talk about his press conference in a second. But before the Yankees, picked up Juan Soto, Lee was rumored to be an option for them. So this is a guy who is a true hitter. The power, I think, is in question, but listen, it is the KBO. It's not the MLB. So, of course, there's some differences there, but a lifetime batting average of 340. That's insane. I mean, that's almost like back in the heyday hitting 440, 340. So rare these days. Hit 360 in 2021. Last year, did fracture his ankle ending his season, but in the 86 games he did play, 318, 6 homers, and 45 RBIs. And they say he does have the speed to play a solid center field. So I think it's a good move for San Francisco, especially because we know by now, AT&T Park, or I guess at this point it's Oracle Park now that I think about it. But I think it's a really good move for them just because, a lot of balls are going in the gap. It's tough to, launch balls into McCovey Cove. Barry Bonds isn't coming up to bat anytime soon. So I think they've gone with a lineup, when you factor in Lee, somebody who makes contact, but we know, what the Dodgers are, with Ohtani and with, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, that's going to be a tough mountain to climb. And even the Padres, without Soto, with the Yankees pitchers, I think will be pretty solid as well. So, I think, they still have a long ways to go. But I think that was a positive sign for them. And I did mention, we did have the Soto press conference yesterday. One thing I didn't like, and I don't know exactly the reasons for it. I don't know if he just had stuff he needed to do and couldn't be in New York, but they did a Zoom press conference for Soto, which, you want to see him at Yankee Stadium and, all that stuff.
Why don't they just wait?
I don't know. I didn't hear why, but maybe it's because they're, working hard, crunching the numbers with a one Yoshiri Yamamoto. So hopefully that's the case. But you could tell right away, Soto is jacked up. He's excited to play for the Yankees. And he was saying too, he's looking forward to, engaging with the fans, a big, Hispanic community there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's excited to play in front of those fans, he said. And he can't wait to hit behind Judge, he said. So they were even asking him, oh, what about the extension? And he said, who to talk to on that. I'm here to win a championship type of deal. So I just from seeing this press conference, I think it's something that he's wanted for a very long time. And he even said something along the lines, paraphrasing a little bit here, but wearing the Yankee hat hits different, Michael. So, I mean, I know it's something about, so just so excited for Soto. Of course, last week or so, since the deal went through, the focus about when are we getting Yamamoto, but you really can't underestimate what an acquisition this is, for the Yankees. He is, in the prime of his career, a 5-tool player, and a future Hall of Famer, it looks like. So to have a guy like that, especially left-handed, the Yankees have struggled so long to have a left-handed presence like that. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to see. And I have to get my 22 jersey. I think they just put those in the team store yesterday because he announced he was going to wear that number. So that is just amazing stuff. Speaking of numbers, one thing that I am I've mentioned this before, and Michael, I feel like you would get a kick out of this. So obviously I know you remember Tanaka with the Yankees, of course. And he wore number 18. and I think that is like the normal number for an ace to wear, a Japanese pitcher, if he's the ace of the staff. So the Yankees, and they've made this known. Last year they didn't issue 18 because they've had their eyes on him for years, and he sees that as a sign of respect. And I'm sure, I feel like you just, like, I appreciate the whole like Japanese respect thing and everything. So
that's huge. The Yankees played their cards right there.
Right. So that's why I don't see it going any other way, especially him talking to Tanaka.
Yes. What about Matsui? Was he not a part of this?
He was supposed to be. I'm
sure he called him.
Yeah, exactly. At the very least. Yeah. And it's like, listen, I don't mean to, throw a dig at the Mets here, but come on.
And I have a banner for this if you want to segue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how about this? Top prospect Ronnie Mauricio playing in, I think, the Venezuelan league, torn ACL yesterday. So you'd think
you're so happy.
No, Michael. Stop. That's not a good thing. So you'd think he'd be out for the season. If they do end up, of course, missing out on Yamamoto, we'll see where they pivot. But I think we're finally getting, more forward momentum here. With acquisitions, and I think we're going to see some more contracts going down this week. But I'm just so excited, and I absolutely can't wait to get the full roster, for next season. And one thing, with the Mets, Michael, it's all this talk. The quote unquote Uncle Stevie, dude, the wallet. Yeah. What has he done? Has he done? He's been there for a while now. I mean,
dude, it's embarrassing right now.
And everybody said, "Oh, he'll pay anything." When? Where? I can't see it.
Where's my pen? 31 minutes, Tony.
Oh, Tony. And I think we did get a couple more comments that slipped across.
Yeah, let's go. The niece that has the same birthday as Michael.
That is correct. That is correct.
Legendary day. MLB Yamamoto, hopefully to Yankees. Matthew Ryan only smart with that. Someone finally took San Francisco's moolah, Yanni says. And then we have Hot Take Johnny saying, "Good morning, gentlemen. Shout out to the company at Jace and Downtime TV. Let's go. It was not a great game for the Rangers last night. Knicks also tonight, not a great game."
Here's Johnny.
Wearing a Yankee fitted does hit different. No name on the back of that jersey, Barnes.
I mean, I'm backed in a corner on that now. Definitely can't do that.
Mets are a mess.
And I know, like you were saying, that I'm getting joy out of it, but it's just, you've seen it though. You've seen it your whole life, Michael.
It's honestly great. I think it's like a curse.
The Jets. It really is the same thing as the Jets. And I know, there are certain things that they're excited about. Obviously, Pete Alonso, but is he going to leave? Do they want to trade him? Of course, Senga had a great rookie year last year.
He'll probably add to that.
Yeah. And then, the great Lindor, we've had that conversation. Listen, I mean, if you want to pay somebody all that money for what he's done, so be it. But it just seems like they got slightly a raw deal there just in terms of dollars and years. So it's just going to be interesting. I think chemistry is a problem. They bring in the Yankee bench coach, Carlos Mendoza. So we'll have to see, what they can do. But it's an exciting time. We'll keep an eye out on the moves. And should be interesting. That is for sure. But let's go now, Michael. A little switch up here to the world of the National Basketball Association.
I knew it.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
Yo, yeah, I got you. Okay. Big ups to Kobe Bryant. I think it's funny because my camera's out too, folks. So we're going to go to the wide here for a sec. Give me 1 sec, actually. I'll stay with you. So, actually, no. Tony would get mad. Let me flip back. Technical difficulties, folks. Of course, Barnes leaving. Dang. Tony's going to say something about this later. All right, we're back. Yeah, haven't shown me because the camera was out. Didn't want to, but we're here. So Matt's embarrassing offseason. We're going to get out of that. We're going to talk some NBA talk. NBA midseason tournament. First of all, let's talk about LeBron James. Actually, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about LeBron James. I want to talk about he sat for the national anthem. You know, you can't get any more un-American or patriotic than that, in my opinion. And he's a Chinese, sellout, only for $1 billion too. And if you honestly support LeBron, I'm sorry for you. I really am, because he's a toad, total toad. If I had any respect for him, it's all gone after last night. And that's what I feel about that. If you want to ask any questions, I'm free to answer. But I will continue to the games, because last night, for the first time, Bradley Beal was on the court in a 119-116 victory over Golden State. And if you watch this game, Golden State had it in the bag, and the Suns took it away. Andrew Wiggins -19, Draymond Green -19, Kevin Looney -13. I mean, that's pretty tough when those dudes are performing like that. Let's see how Klay Thompson did. 1 for 8 from 3. How many points? Oh, Klay, say it ain't so, buddy. 7 points. Is it over for Klay, folks? Is it over for Klay Thompson, Barnes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's over for the whole Warriors team. 2 years ago at this point, right? With the last championship.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at their stats right now. Klay Thompson had 7 points last night.
Draymond Green is an actor.
-15 for him. Steph had 24. But it's crazy how I don't know what's going on with our boy.
I mean, how about this? As Tony would say, what are we talking about here? The Warriors. I mean, it's just obviously you talk about, you're big on their times, Michael.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not their time.
No,
right
I think it's done.
Whose time is it though?
Maybe. Did you see that Lance Stevenson is going to Minnesota?
I did not see that. I thought he retired 5 years ago.
I know, but he's going to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Who, honestly, our boy has come alive this year. Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen they're the best team in the West right now. Let me go to the standings. I know it's early, but
and I'm trying to think.
Yeah, 17-5, bro.
Last year they made the playoffs, right?
If they did, they got bounced first round.
And
did you see that? So the New Orleans Pelicans have the Lakers pick or whatever, and whatever projection LeBron is supposed to be is for New Orleans. Do you think LeBron's leaving?
No.
I think he's going to stay in LA.
Yeah, I think
even if they draft Bronny somewhere.
Yeah, but I think that, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen this, but it kind of almost seems like maybe that Bronny doesn't want to play with him.
Really?
I don't know if you saw anything on that.
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, and by the way, made the playoffs last 2 seasons, losing in the first round. And
not this year. They're going to definitely make it past.
And I'm trying to think, it was remember, maybe it was 2019 when the year they had Butler, then they traded him or whatever. Where they won the last game of the season to get in. It was their first time in the playoffs in 20 years. Something like that. Yeah, I thought I heard that, and I could see why he, just because it's we all look at it as a cool thing, playing with your dad, this, that. But I kind of think he wants to
his own path.
Right, exactly. I didn't see any numbers, highlights from him. I know he just is he only played 1 game so far?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's just a couple points, nothing crazy.
I'm just glad he's all right. Honestly, I wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to play.
I know, honestly.
Okay, so he scored 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
33%.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's good that he's out there. But I wonder too, maybe it's not a lock that he goes to the draft.
It is.
But like, even if those are his numbers, I mean, I know those aren't going to be his numbers.
I don't know. You're right. I know. I think maybe because that's the thing. Like, what if he doesn't, and then a team just signs him and LeBron goes there?
Yeah,
I could see that happening because LeBron's going to go there. They know that.
Remember
when J.R. Smith had his brother signed to the Knicks?
Oh, right.
Like what is that?
Yeah, well, that's been going on forever. The like Giannis with his brother.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about
and that. Seth started out in Golden State before moving around. He's always somebody I feel like he gets
bad rep.
Yeah, I think he's nasty.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's tough because he's Steph Curry's brother.
Yeah, but he's like a really, really good shooter. And I think this is his second stint in Dallas. Yeah, like last night.
It is, yeah.
Starts 12 minutes, 3 points, 1 for 2 from the floor. Like, I think somebody else could use him, right?
Yeah.
Like what's going on here?
No, yeah, Dallas won that game too.
Yeah. That was the Lakers' first game since the in-season tournament championship.
LeBron wants to put the banner up. It's ridiculous, dude.
I guess that's here to stay. I mean, I don't know. It's weird because obviously we think it's stupid, but is there a demographic of fans that like were really jacked up for that? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, sadly.
Wait, is it just? I think is it the base level of
it's a tournament. It's money involved. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. Like why? Who cares?
Yeah.
I want the championship.
But like in this landscape, short of that, I mean, is there any way to make the regular season games seem like they're more important? Or is it really that's just on the players?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's the reason why they don't seem as important because they're sitting out, they're not playing defense. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, they don't. It's like almost like they don't appreciate the game.
No. Imagine
where they are.
Yeah,
like
Oh, but just pay me. But yeah, I'll play once every four games, 5 games. It's fine, right?
No, that's normal.
You know what? Actually, I don't know if you heard any like backstory about this. I just think because we're talking Mavs. What's the deal with Cuban? I thought I heard I know he did the deal, to like sell, but then he's still controlling. But I guess somebody's saying he's trying to move the team somewhere and then build a casino around the arena or something. You didn't hear about that at all? Like an hour away from Dallas, you didn't hear anything?
No,
because at first it seemed sketchy. Like he's off Shark Tank, then he's selling $5.3 billion on the Mavs, and but I guess he's still gonna have control, so he doesn't care. But I don't know why he would need to do that to move the team. Because the people that are in control are like Sands Casino.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of like you must have been surprised by that whole.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah. But I mean, he still has control. I was surprised. I really was. But he still has control over the team, and he made a lot of money.
Oh my God!
Like it was what was it? 250 million he spent on them.
Yep, and then it was 3.5, wasn't it, billion? And isn't that that's not even everything? I don't think.
I don't think so.
How do you
give us at least 100K?
Yeah, exactly. Boy, it's so crazy to look up. And I know you just said this, but see, Minnesota won. How about in Oklahoma City 2? I mean, we know about Shai. Chet's had a good start.
Chet,
Anything on Chet? Like, are you check out?
I like Chet.
Okay. Especially coming back, the foot injury. That's always tough. Starting your career coming off an injury. But
and Shai is really good.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. I remember when he was drafted. In that draft day trade with the Clippers, I think it was the Paul George deal, if I'm not mistaken, or that wouldn't, or no, that would make sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah. OKC.
With that, because they had those 2 draft picks, and then one of them was Shai, but they're unbelievable. So it's the changing of the guard, and who do you think is gonna be like the new face of the NBA next couple of years?
It could be Luka. It could be Anthony Edwards. They're trying to make it Wemby, but he's not going to do it. Look at them. Look at them. 3-19, bro.
What?
They stink. He stinks.
But what's going on with Pop?
He's too woke now.
But so you're saying
all of his life,
but all of his life he wasn't, and you're like,
well, that's what happens when you got to answer to your boss, your handlers.
But you must be shocked.
The NBA is under contract to China.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, folks, but
Yeah.
like, go do the math. Go look at what's going on.
But it's insane to see. You know, I guess obviously
Anthony Edwards has, dude. I mean, he's got the capability.
Like
he could do it.
Yeah.
But he's got to do it.
It's insane though. You know, for models of consistency for the last 30 years, Spurs, Patriots, and now look where they are. And I think it just shows that the players have so much more of an impact than the actual coach does. But
I mean, that's tough to say. I think with the Spurs, though, he is a good coach, dude. If it weren't for him, they wouldn't have drafted how they drafted and played how they play.
I know, but how do you let the bottom fall out, though? You know, that's what I question.
I know. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're trying to get another draft pick next year. And then he could finally have his David Robinson and.
But you really think that? Because this is it's not like a 1 year thing. I mean, this is
second year in a row now. No,
but also, I mean, isn't it like 5 years out of the playoffs?
No.
Look up his coaching record.
Stop coaching record. He's probably got fucking records.
Not anymore.
What do you mean? He had like 20 straight seasons of 50 wins.
I know he did, but look at the last. It's got to be 4 years of
You're hurting yourself.
Because I think it started in the bubble. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Michael. Losing record since 2019 every year. I mean, come on. That's
so,
pretty.
Yeah, this is the last winning season.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 2019, when you say 5 years, 2019 doesn't seem that long ago.
Well, but for somebody who's winning 50 every year to go 5 straight, like that is insane.
Yeah, well, maybe it's time.
Maybe. Wait, do you think he sees it through where like this turns around, or do you think he's gonna be gone before that happens?
No. I don't know. He's old, dude.
I think I don't know how he just doesn't retire like right now. I guess he's 77, right? 74. I mean, that's
he's
crazy.
Turning 75.
But it's crazy. There's
no way he's gonna be around another 5 more years, dude.
No. So yeah, he's not gonna see it through. But it's just one of those things.
It's probably done after this.
After this season,
it could be.
But it's just crazy that he wants to. Like, I know it's like he doesn't want to, or maybe he does because of the tanking part of it. But it's like that he's gonna just go out like this. It doesn't it feel embarrassing though?
Well, dude, I mean, it does. But sorry.
Brett Brown.
Oh, really? Ew.
Because I think Duncan was, but I think he left.
Why?
I think, he got a little tight. He saw that he was losing his marbles.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's just living his life. Duncan let his dreadlocks down and wore red swim shorts in the clip, which shows him riding the waves while listening to Nelly's 2000 song "Country Grammar."
Mm-hmm.
Good for him, man. Did you like Tim Duncan?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
It's just crazy. And obviously, like, he ended up being like a hole basically, but how him and Garnett for like so long were just like top 2 power forwards in the league, no questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
So
did you know Zach Wilson got Offensive Player of the Week? Yeah.
What do you think the deal is with Matthew over here?
Matt, you want to FaceTime? You want a video in, bud? Prove you're not.
Well, he's not shy about calling. I mean, he's called in a bunch of times.
Well, he could video in, show his
Scrambler?
face. Show his face.
You
that's the tell. What's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't have social media. Shut the front door.
Did he actually say that?
No. I'm saying like
but
prefer.
That's what people. Yeah, prefer
LinkedIn. You don't have a LinkedIn then?
First, oh my god, it's just one of those things. They just want to make it so we'll never know. So whatever. What can we do, Michael?
Right.
But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. Great hit. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me? Turn. Side of the net between the legs, and they score! Filthy!
trophy to the Golden Knights.
You sure, Michael?
You bet I am. Matthew Ryan Tedeschi.
He said he doesn't post much.
It's already a red flag.
You think?
TEDES.
Let's see what we got here.
Maybe this is him right here.
Should we screen share? Ask him if if we have the right profile.
All right, let's see. We're gonna screen share.
Matthew, if you you could give us confirmation on this profile here. I'm sure he will, but just in case. But yeah, last night, not the best night at Madison Square Garden. The Maple Leafs 7-3 over the Rangers.
Yeah, I feel like this is him right here.
Oh,
look at this photo.
Suited
right
up.
Look at this guy at the casino.
Yeah. But
okay, I feel like this is him. At least you're normal. I like this. All right, you can hang out with us, Matthew. I like you, Matthew.
And I guess he's from New Jersey. But 7-3, Shesterkin.
Matt, are you related to the Tedeschi Trucks band?
6 goals allowed. So his goals against over 3 now, 10-7. You know, he's been outplayed by Quick. And it was just right away, first period, 4 goals. I mean, it's just stuff that we're not used to seeing for Igor Shesterkin. So, we were talking about this in the group chat and stuff, and I kind of think that there's got to be some type of injury. I just have a tough time believing that he's going through it this bad.
Yeah, no, come on. There's no way.
A lot of people saying, oh, if he is, let him play through it. But I think, let him rest, let him heal up. He was already injured earlier this year. And let Quick play, bring up Domingue from Hartford. And because you can't keep throwing him out there, allowing 5-6 goals a game. I mean, that's crazy. And I know that's not his average, but recently we've had some games like that. So that's my hope that he's injured and he can rest up. And obviously Quick has shown that he's ready to go. I mean, he's been unbelievable. No regulation losses this year in net, which is really saying something. But if you look at this game scoring wise for the Rangers, you had Blake Wheeler, who doesn't really score too much, his 3rd and 4th goal of the year. Mika had his 8th on a power play. So nice to see Mika scoring a little more, but we'd like to get that up. I mean, definitely way off of his normal numbers. Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner had 2 goals apiece. Matthews now with 21, Marner with 11. So, I mean, not much to say other than it's unacceptable. And I always kind of wonder about this, and it really could be in any sport. It doesn't necessarily need to be, just in hockey. But Michael, from what you've seen, like basketball wise, I mean, is it or just any sport? Like, what do you think it is? Is it like a game not trying, a game discouraged from the start, breezing through? Like, why do these type of games happen to teams that are really good?
You know what I think? I think because there's people like the CEO of JP Morgan, who bashes Bitcoin, Barnes, yet triples his internal crypto team at JP Morgan.
What
do you think that means?
Are the feds outside his door?
They're I'm just telling you, everyone get Bitcoin is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Are you I feel like maybe I've asked you this, but are you an ETH guy or no?
No, ETH for me.
I knew you were gonna get round.
Yeah, I love that. I'll be honest with the folks back home. This is not financial advice.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, I like Doge because of Elon, even though he's a rat bastard.
But I was so tight because I had it right when he did that Saturday Night Live thing a couple of years ago, and then it just tanked and it's never recovered since then.
I know, but with all this stuff coming with the mission trips and this, I have a feeling that with XLR, XLM, and X, Twitter, X marks the spot, triple X.
Yep.
And Elon has said he wants to turn X into like a PayPal also.
Mm-hmm.
What's the currency he would use on his platform?
And you think he's had this in the works for a while? But because initially though, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not as up to date with this stuff as you.
I know, but I appreciate you trying.
But it's described. Hasn't it been described as a meme coin?
A meme coin? Yeah, yes, you're right.
Meme token or
yes,
whatever.
Token, but
But
no,
I thought so. So now, but is it not really? If or it is, but once he incorporates this
Right.
as a form of payment, then it's not going to be because
Correct.
there's a tangible use for it.
there you go. Wow.
And
Bud. Are you watching Craig's Crypto Corner episodes?
Oh man.
But yeah, no, dude, I just wanted to
because I always wanted to keep it because I don't know exactly how many I have, but it was like I think like a couple hundred of them because it's 8 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But I always was excited because it was like, well, I mean, if it ever gets to like $100 or even more than that, like I'm gonna be like loaded.
Yep, exactly.
Is there a chance for that? Like any, just give me something, some type of number you're envisioning. Maybe in 10 years or something.
Yeah, I'm picturing it being like a player in the currency
like
world.
maybe like the same value as ETH right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. I mean, if that happens, I mean, we out.
Dude, we're out before then. But also, yeah, Bitcoin, I'm telling you, is the one.
But you know what's the toughest part for me there is I love it, but I always want to get more. And I guess there technically isn't a bad time. But as we saw from a couple years ago, there is, because like literally took me, 2 years to get back to where it was originally. How do you kind of like, do you just
it's not long. You're not doing, whenever I get some money, I do a little bit here, a little bit there.
So you don't even care the week chart, the month chart. Like you don't care about like timing it. Like
no. I just think with Bitcoin, it's like gold and silver.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. Accumulate and store, and you'll be fine in the long run.
Yeah.
I think so. I really do. And like just study history. Everybody needs to study history because that's where you learn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great Depression and now are very similar times. So what happened during that time? How do you position yourself to be successful post?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's tough, but back to NHL. I think that the Rangers need to rest our boy. All right. They need to rest him, give him some time off. I don't understand the whole explain to me playing through it. How do you play through an injury, dude?
You don't, but hockey players, it's a mindset thing.
I know.
Oh, no injuries too much. Unless I'm dead on the ice, I'm out there. I think that stubbornness plays into it. But you're a goalie.
Yes,
the movements you need to be cat-like reflexes. You can't be hurt. So, if that's the case, let's let Igor sit down for a week or two. Quick will be just fine and probably way better than what Igor is doing right now. Then he can come back.
He's nervous. He's going to lose his job. That's why
we know.
Because he did it to. Lundqvist, did he do it too?
Well,
no. Who was it? Gorgiev?
It was Cam Talbot
that he took the job from.
But then they traded him, and it was more like no one took the job. Like Hank was done. Yeah, exactly. So while that was disappointing, I believe next time out they have the Ducks again at the Garden. So that would be a rebound spot before the big weekend matchup in Boston against the Bruins. So I believe the Ducks game is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's on Friday. So Ducks game on Friday. Got to win that one. Right now, you've lost 3 out of 4, but just win the next one. And I think, everything will work out. Obviously, the Maple Leafs are a talented team, but those losses to the Capitals and Senators, you felt were a little unacceptable. And one thing, before I kind of just give you a couple of picks here for tonight's slate, the theme, and I just keep kicking myself for not taking them, throwing a couple shekels up there, Michael. The Sharks, they start out terrible start to the season. And all of a sudden, I mean, I think, you want to look at the last 10, 15 games. I mean, they're playing above 500 hockey. I mean, it's unbelievable. A 2-1 victory last night at home against Winnipeg. So now 9-17. You go back to the recent games. The game before that, barely lost in Vegas 5-4 in a shootout. Beat the Red Wings in overtime. Beat the Islanders in overtime. Lost by 1 to the Rangers, and then beat the Devils on the road. So it is pretty remarkable. You bury yourself in the standings, and now. Because Anaheim's been playing so bad, they're actually not the worst record in the league anymore. So over their last 10, 6-2-2, So I think, credit where credit is due there. Hurdle, the veteran leader there. So it'll be interesting to see under David Quinn how they kind of project the rest of the season. But you gotta applaud and appreciate the effort. That's for sure. Looking ahead though to tonight, just looking at the games here. So doubleheader TNT, Bruins at Devils, followed by Sabres at Avalanche, and then the ESPN Power Play games / your local networks. Penguins at Canadiens, Ducks at Islanders, Sabres. No, I already said that one, but Jets at Kings. So when I look at these, one thing that sticks out to me, and really actually two games that I love here. You know what? Actually, let's make it three. Let's do the trifecta, Michael. And let's see. So we have two favorites and one underdog. The underdog, and I guess somebody must be out because this is absolutely insane. But the Devils right now are favored at home against the Bruins. I guess Zacha and McVoy are out. But it doesn't matter. The Devils, have rebounded after a rough start. Lost last time out, though, 4-1 to Edmonton. And it seems like a trap. You're going to give a way better team, plus money on the money line here. But that's what we have. But definitely give me the Bruins there in the upset at Prudential. Riley. Give me the Islanders at home over the Ducks. And, the Islanders had been going through it. But you look at, recent play here, have won their last three, have won 4 out of 5, only lost to the Sharks in overtime. Hey, it happens. But it seems like they're finally, playing together and having that consistency that they've been looking for. Me and Tony talked about it yesterday, 13-7-7. And then listen, it was close from being a loss last time, but give me the Avalanche again. Last time out 6-5 over Calgary. They have Buffalo at home here coming off of their win against Arizona, but I just think Colorado, the far superior team, -210. So that would be, my 3 hockey picks. Obviously, we'll get back to the pick segment tomorrow with Tony. But really, other than that, the only other thing I just wanted to mention, and I'm sure, Michael, you must have seen this somewhere. Did you see how it's apparently a done deal? And we've talked about this, but, there wasn't really like an official report that upon the completion of this season that Bill Belichick no longer in New England. Did you see that?
No.
That they already made the decision after the loss in Germany. The Crafts had it, I guess, just the last couple of years being unacceptable, being that the standards that they had built, and a lot of rumors of him going to the Chargers, which is interesting because obviously they've struggled with stability. Everybody thinks their head coach is a clown. But I mean, what do you think? Like, we just had this talk about Pop. The record's been terrible since Brady retired. I mean, do you think that he can still be effective as a coach, given his age and just kind of his stubbornness at this point?
Let's see how old he is.
I'm going to say like 71. So a couple years younger than Popovich. I think they like started around the same time. 71. Yeah. What do you know? Right on the button, Michael. But it's almost to the point where you almost wish they were keeping him because he's gonna
coach somewhere, I bet.
But you think he's gonna succeed?
No, unless it's the Jets.
He's not gonna go to the. Well,
what if he did?
The only way he would want to go there is if Kraft's really forced him out the door. He's like, you know what?
I'm gonna end my career
with the Jets.
Yeah,
but I don't even want him, honestly. I've always hated him.
Me too, but I would accept him over Salah.
Salah,
dude, that beard. Week whatever was when I lost my faith in Salah and saw that beard.
Week one. The face on the sidelines.
It's pretty crazy that Zach Wilson's offensive player of the week, though.
Yeah, I have to say, didn't see that one coming.
No,
that's for sure. I just am hoping though, by the time that we're back here tomorrow, it's Yamamoto. It's Yankees. Do you feel like though them, because we've a lot of talk about, getting this guy, getting that guy, but the fact that they finally did get Soto, and they've been looking to acquire Soto, like this is finally the rebirth, Michael, of the Yankees that we grew up knowing and loving, honestly.
100 million%.
So, let's go. And it really, if you think about it, it really is. It really is. And listen, and I think Mets fans get tight, but I think the whole thing is you got go do something then. You know what I mean? And
we're
it's
still looking.
Without that, what am I supposed to do? I'm just going off of what I've seen,
right.
And I do think there's something, and I was telling Tony this, there's something to players not wanting to go there. I think that's part of why, we haven't seen these big contracts with Cohen.
Yeah. Which is tough because how do you say, you'd rather not say we didn't even try than we tried and they didn't want to come here. And what'd you offer him? I offered Ohtani $900 million.
1.1 billion.
Yeah. Imagine if that came out.
Oh my God.
How embarrassing that would be if it came out. Oh yeah, Ohtani was offered, let's say, like $800 million from the Mets.
Yeah.
And he went to the Dodgers instead because he just didn't want to play there.
I really wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't be surprised.
Tony, I'm sorry. But...
Sorry, Tony. Mauricio, too. That's taken on the chin. And then Yamamoto and pinstripes. That's the dagger.
Dagger in the back.
So we'll have to see what happens, Michael.
Yeah.
But
anything else?
Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Quick, efficient.
Well, the intro, was 20 minutes.
Classic, though.
That was classic between
crypto,
us. Yes, crypto talk. Which is good. We should. That should be our thing. Like we talk whatever in the morning. The first part, little crypto, and then get into the sports.
Yeah. Maybe fitness.
Fitness. Yeah, fitness. We did talk fitness.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
no, definitely the fitness,
the tradition.
Food, and crypto. In the morning segment.
Absolutely. But once again, would really like to thank everybody for tuning in today.
Yes.
And continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.